So the Orks were eating very well yesterday with their new big mech reveal, but they weren't the only faction to get some love at the Warhammer World celebrations. Everybody's favourite Golden Boys also got some love, and the Custodes got a new model reveal, and like the Orks, they also got shown their upcoming codex art and a brand new Battleforce which will be coming for them. And this is the new model. It is a brand new Custodian Shield Captain, one of the mightiest, most impressive combatants in the entire galaxy. And I'll be honest, I kind of think it looks a bit crap. I don't really know where to start. The helmet option is immediately far superior, I think, by the looks of it. It may just be the paint job, but I really don't like the unhelmeted option and that eyeliner he seems to be wearing. It just doesn't look natural to me. He looks really pale, and I don't like the unhelmeted option. For Custodes, I always prefer the helmets because I think their helmets do actually look fairly cool. But this model especially, I really think you want to be going for the helmet option rather than the unhelmeted. The crest on his back it's cool in theory, but I don't think it works on him. I like helmet plumes that some Custodes have, but this is more of a Hussar style winged back adornment, and I really don't think it fits with the rest of the model, or indeed with the Custodes range in general. There is a difference in my mind to the helmet kind of plumes they have and a full-on sort of back Hussar style plume, and for me Custodes don't really go in with that. They have the helmet plumes, yes, but this back adornment it looks really out of place to me, and it doesn't look right on him. And then when we get to the actual model and pose itself, it's just plain bad, I think. I get he's going to look a bit shorter than you might expect due to his fairly wide stance and pose and the fact that he's leaning forward slightly. But to me, he just looks so short and so squat. Like when I first saw this, I had to do a double take to make sure that it wasn't a Votan character just inside custodian armor. For me, he just looks wrong. His proportions are really off in my mind. And I mean, maybe it'll look a bit better when I see it in person, but I just can't get over the fact that he looks so short and so wide. Like to me, he genuinely looks almost as wide as he is tall, and that just looks really weird and off-putting to me. He kind of reminds me a little bit of the old 1st and 2nd edition Stormcast models from AOS compared to the newer Thunderstrike ones. They are just so much better proportioned and so much less stocky and chunky, but they still have that powerful, imposing presence, and he just doesn't do that for me. He just looks a bit chunky and like he needs to go on the treadmill for a while, and it's a shame because I would have loved to have seen a new Shield Captain that I really liked. But for me, this is just quite a big miss, especially when you compare it to the great model that the Orks got as well. On the plus side for him, he does come with a funky semi-new spear. The Guardian spear he carries is in fact a plastic version of the older resin Forge World Pyrothite spear, which has got the melter gun rather than the bolter attachment. So he is going to be quite scary as he gets up close into elites and light vehicles. He'll be able to unleash a strength 9 minus 4 AP d6 damage shot with melter 2 before he charges in and swings in close combat. And this spear in combat appears to still have the same profile. It's still 7 attacks on him at strength 7 minus 2 AP 2 damage, which is exactly the same as it is now in the current index. Likewise with the Orks, we also got to see the codex cover, which again shows off a quite cool and imposing shield captain leading his troops. This one is a little bit weird to me though. Like, the design is cool, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure about the actual artwork. It almost to me looks like it's CGI or AI designed. It's odd. I don't think GW are going down the AI art route, at least not at the moment, and that is a whole different kettle of fish I won't get into in this video. But if you compare it to the Ork book, that's a clearly like drawn piece of artwork, whereas this Custodes one, I don't know, it just looks a bit odd to me. It looks a bit fake and sort of CGI generated. So I don't know, I might just be imagining things, but let me know what you think. In either case, I do like the artwork. I think it looks cool and is impressive. I just can't quite put my finger on something about it that looks a little bit sort of fake to me. And then finally, we are also getting a new Battleforce for the Custodes. This one actually is really good and fairly hefty as far as Custodes go. It's got a whopping 18 models in it. You get the new Shield Captain, you get 5 Custodian Wardens, you get 6 Alaris Terminators, and you get 6 Virtus Praetors on their jet bikes. So it is a lot of models for the Custodes, to be honest, and for a new Custodes player especially, I think it's a really brilliant set for getting pretty much everything that you may need to get an army started. It comes to, with current prices anyway, 140 points for the Captain, 250 for the 5 Wardens, 390 for 6 Alaris Terminators, and 6 Praetors are 450 all in. So you get a fairly massive 1,230 points in this. So with a cheeky enhancement added on, this could immediately set you up for a fairly fun 1250 size list in game. So it is a genuinely fantastic box, I have to say. As I said, especially for someone that is brand new to Custodes and doesn't have anything to be starting with. Price-wise, in terms of getting everything separately, you're looking at around £210. So again, if we look at the usual 30% GW saving, this box could end up being sold for around £135 to £140, basically getting you a fully functioning 1250 point army for what is a really good value. To be honest, I think this box genuinely isn't shabby in the slightest. You might say it's not the most optimal in terms of the units you get, and I would agree with you. Some of the stuff in here isn't great. And if you are an established Custodes player, you may have all the bikes or Terminators that you need. But it is really, really good for new Custodes player, or if you want to expand your army and you maybe don't have all the bikes you want and you just want to get a load more, this box is going to be worth at the very least considering. So I really like this box. I really don't like the Shield Captain himself, which is a shame. And that's going to be it for the Custodes. What do you make of their Shield Captain? What do you make of the codex art? And also, what do you make of the Battleforce? Will you be picking one up? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me. But until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.